What is up? Welcome back to Outside the Top 25. I am your host, Rob Fox. I am joined by Dan Regester. We've got another week of talking about your shitty football teams. We don't get to talk about our football teams today, not because they're not shitty, though.
Because we're playing good teams.
Yeah, because we're playing against ranked teams, although mine shouldn't be, but, you know, it is what it is. We don't get to talk about our own teams because they are playing against teams that other people think are good.
Not a believer in the Cocks.
Not a believer in the Gamecocks.
Now, in high school, did you at one point have a dad hat that just said Cocks across the front?
No. But I probably thought it was hilarious.
Probably,
right? Like I was like, oh, where do I get one of those? But it was like I'm so old that internet shopping was so, like, you just didn't do it. You assumed everywhere was a ripoff. You know what I mean? Like everywhere was fake. That like
it's kind of like that now.
Yeah, well, it's come back full circle, right?
Yeah. I was trying to look for Phillies gear because like Fanatics and MLB Shop are kind of cleaned out.
Yeah.
A lot of unreliable websites.
I sent you a good one.
You did.
Rally House is legit.
It also doesn't sound legit.
What are you talking about? You never been to a Rally House? Rally House has like brick and mortars.
I guess, but I mean their website is very
it's
like
clunky. It's dinky.
dated.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
It's like an Angel Fire website.
But I like Rally House too because they're a good place where, like, I guess everyone thinks like you, and they're like, "What is this shithole? I'm not buying from here." And they'll end up having like cool stuff from like 2 years ago that they don't sell anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like good swag that you liked but didn't buy at the time. Like they'll still have that.
Now, potentially, I could be in Philadelphia for Game 6 and 7 if it happens, which would be fantastic. I want us to win in 6.
Just to make sure. Just so you have a lot of, like, runway.
I want us to be up 3-2. Game 6 happens. I'm in Philly. I'm at a wedding. We then riot. Because I missed out on that with the Eagles Super Bowl.
Riding in a tux would be rad.
Not tux. Suit.
Not tux, just a suit.
Just a suit.
Okay. What if, actually, you'll probably just go out there in that suit and people will just beat the shit out of you because they'll think it's fun to, like, beat the shit out of the guy in the suit.
The guy in the suit, yeah.
Yeah.
Not if I climb the greased up street poles.
I mean, you're going to have to really, like, rough yourself up. Like, tie obviously has to come off. Probably
tied around my head like Rambo.
Tied around your head like Rambo. 8 buttons deep. Just get fucking weird with it, yeah. They still might fight you.
They might, like, beat me up for my hair.
Also that.
And just call me gay.
Also that. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I know you're rooting for the Phillies, and you're like a Philly guy.
Fightins. Yeah, this is actually the baseball show now.
Yeah, but you
guys ever gonna apologize
for Phillies and 4 or for Braves and 4?
Braves and 4.
You know, it's the playoffs. Random ass shit happens. Like the Braves, honestly, like they were a good team last year for sure. But
I was just like, as soon as they get bounced, you're like, nah, we're good. We're done. We don't need to do another show.
Nah. It's a Braves show now for one. It's not even a baseball show.
No season wrap.
Yeah, no season wrap at all. We'll maybe do an off-season show, but whatever. We're not here to talk about fucking baseball. I'm sure everyone's like, good Lord, please stop. We're here to talk about college football. I guess
if people are here to listen to us about unranked teams,
yeah,
they probably are sadists.
Yeah, that's true. The sadists, and also, if you like unranked college football, I feel like you're more likely to be a baseball fan because you really just get into the weeds on sports.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're the type of guy who you're either like a baseball fan or you watch like 60, hockey games a year type of thing.
I thought about it. I thought about getting back into hockey this year. I'm like, no.
I think I am. I think I'm going to get the Blues package and go full back in.
The Flyers aren't very good.
No, they're not. Which stinks because they like the best sweaters in. I think it's a top 5.
So?
I think it's a top 5 sweater.
I don't know. I don't know about that take.
Yeah, no, it's a
like
top.
Blackhawks for sure. I'll give it to the Blues.
Blues are dope.
Blues are great.
Actually, the Blues, their current jersey, like Maine's 2 sweaters are fine, but their alt sweater is the best in the NHL possibly.
And then any original 6 team.
Red Wings, great.
Yep.
Bruins, great.
I hate to say about the Bruins, but yeah, Bruins.
Rangers, pretty good.
Rangers are fine. I mean, the Canadians.
Canadians and the Leafs.
Top tier.
Yeah, fucking excellent.
Ours kind of look, I don't know, with the color scheme and just the logo, it just kind of seems fake.
It looks like
and I'm a Flyers fan.
It looks like the sort of like
Kinda.
logo / like they're working for like Philadelphia's electric company.
Pico?
Yeah.
Pico Power Play, bitch.
Or whoever your dad worked for.
Aqua America.
Yeah. Like it looks like a utility
suburban
company, but
water
I
company.
still like it. I still like it. So it is what it is.
It is.
It's simple. It's clean.
It almost feels, I know it's not because we're a little bit older, but it's got similar vibes to the Titans.
The Tennessee Titans?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
With the logo.
Absolutely not. Not even close.
Okay.
There's so many fucking bad. The NHL is really bad about that. You've got like
Well, you got the Preds.
the Preds are horrible. Yeah, Nashville in general.
I like the Preds, though. I like the color scheme. I like the logo.
I like the colors. I like it. They're a bright yellow in the playoffs, like the crowd is or whatever. But the terrible name. The logo is also stupid, I think.
It's tough to be the Predators in 2022.
Why? Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Actually, you know what else is a stupid one? Our friend Jared's favorite team, the Lightning.
The Lightning, but they're so good.
They're good.
Every year they're in at least Eastern Conference Finals.
But it's fucking stupid. It's like if, like, I don't know, the Diamondbacks or the Marlins just, like, crushed in baseball every year.
And he calls them by the worst nickname.
Bolts?
No, the Ning. He's like, go Ning.
I like that, actually. I'm into that. All right, well, fuck it. Anyway, let's get into some history, some recaps. Last week you went 9-7, above 500 again.
I keep going above 500.
I'm just happy that I'm 7-9.
That was big for you, especially the week before. I think you had 4 wins.
Yeah, it wasn't good. By the way, it's funny. I mean, you know, and it adds up too. Like you just keep going 2 games over 500 every week, and you're gonna find yourself 12, 15, 20 games over 500.
I cannot pick a money line dog to save my life, though.
I missed it too this week. I was pretty pissed.
Pitt got rolled.
Really?
By Louisville, yeah.
What is Louisville's deal, man?
What is Pitt's deal?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. Doozy has lost a lot.
There was a lot of teams we were high on that not great. Well, first I'll get into that. But first off,
I do that though, right? Like I'll pick the Super Bowl champion and like the national champion, but then my other picks are I have one pick that's like way off.
Just egregious.
Like last year, I believe I had Rams beating the Browns.
Yeah.
Had half the equation.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember who I had the Rams beating. Certainly one of the Bengals.
And then this year, I was like, yeah, Pitt in the playoff because I want to be different.
Yeah. And you were different.
But I had Ohio State to win it all.
Which is a fine bet still. Although
yeah,
I'm not convinced they beat Michigan.
I don't buy Michigan this year again. I think Ohio State will figure it out.
Probably. But I think Michigan's more dangerous than people realize.
Yeah, I get that.
At this point. I think at first we were all like, no, they're not doing that again. That was a fluky thing.
But I have a good hedge with the Hendon Hooker 80-1 Heisman.
Your future bets are
looking pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Phillies at 40-1, Hendon Hooker at 80-1.
Good Lord.
And the only reason I did it was because I was like, Tennessee's going to put up points. He's going to have numbers.
No, it's a smart bet.
And he has the Barstool brand behind him.
Yeah.
Because he's like a sponsored athlete for them.
And it's just not that great of a field, so as long as Tennessee doesn't lose more than 2 games.
He's now like plus 190, I think.
And he's the second favorite. I think isn't Stroud still ahead of him?
It's like minus 155, but
yeah.
You know, they could flip. Especially if Stroud has a bad game.
If Stroud has a bad game or they lose a game,
but if Tennessee goes undefeated and they're in the playoff,
I think Hendon Hooker's
a good.
At this point, Hooker's in New York, barring a complete fucking nightmare
or injury or
yeah. So at this point, you've got him in the final 3 or 4, however many they invite this year.
And then eventually, I could maybe get to the point where I can hedge.
Yeah, easily.
I thought about it right now. Hopefully, we can take game 1 so I can get Astros with plus money. But fuck, I'm gonna let it ride.
Yeah. Don't jinx yourself.
Fuck the Astros, yeah.
Yeah, fuck that shit. The NL
if we get up for some reason, though, 3-0, and the Astros are like 16-1, I will hedge.
That's fine. Yeah. And that's smart. I would do that as well. Just for fun.
Yeah.
Even 3-1, hedge. A 3-1 lead is not safe in the MLB
anything that's
anymore.
Like double-digit odds.
Yeah. A 3-1 lead, you might get, on a 2-0 lead, really good odds as well.
Mm-hmm.
But a 2-0 lead can be blown.
Which we can do because we got Wheeler and Nola going.
Yeah. I would look into it. But against the spread this season, you're 72, 67-1. I am 54, 77-1.
Yeah, what?
54, 77-2.
Said mine too quick.
72, 61. Yeah. They heard that. Slow down the audio. I got stuff to do.
I'll make the graphic.
Yeah, it's fine. Moneyline dogs on the year. You're 1-9.
Yeah, I think I've only hit one.
And
I only have hit one, but I think it was Rice at one week.
Really?
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard.
You are, or I am 4-8. Probably break even at that point. I
didn't even take like a adventurous dog last week. It was Pitt.
It was a low dog. Yeah,
it was 2.5.
Yeah,
They were getting 2.5. I took the money line too. Just double boned me.
Well, look, my against the spread is a fucking nightmare. Your money line dog's not good, but neither is as bad as what's happening at Texas A&M. If you want to give a little breakdown on that.
So I guess 3 freshmen just got caught smoking weed in the locker room.
Which is such an 18-year-old thing to do.
Just that post game.
Like, dude, let's smoke weed in the locker room. Like, people forget because these football players are, I mean, they're
remember all those stupid places you would smoke weed when you were a kid?
Yeah, and think it was like cool, think dude, let's smoke weed in high school like after hours, or like, dude, let's
hot box car.
Wouldn't it be funny to fucking like get high in church or something? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, a confessional.
Yeah, all of that shit. So just because these dudes are the size of giants doesn't mean they don't have a fucking dumb 18-year-old brain.
I even thought it was stupid whenever people were like, "Yo, let's go for a ride and smoke." I'm like, we can just do it in the dorm. Why do we have to get into a vehicle?
Right. And like increase the chance of being arrested or something.
Right.
Fucking insane.
And I had a few friends that were.
Yeah. I mean, that makes more sense in high school when you just have to be mobile.
Because you can't do it at your house.
Yeah. But
in college, it's just so dumb.
That's why the fraternity house was the best. It was just like, hey, we're smoking weed in here. Come on in.
Yeah. I mean, we had a plate. We never smoked weed in the fraternity house, but we had a house that was right next to it where a few brothers lived. We called it the launch pad.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where we got high. We tried to keep the weed out of the fraternity house because, very easy to get, I don't know, suspended or something.
Yeah, somebody decides to show up and take it. Like that ever happened. The only time you would be a moron, an actual idiot for smoking weed in the house.
Somebody from Nationals came or something.
If you knew someone from Nationals there, or like obviously, I don't know how you guys were, but for us, like you certainly couldn't do it like Saturday morning on a game day because alumni are in the house the entire fucking time.
The dumbest thing was you couldn't have a keg.
I know.
Because you couldn't have a central source of alcohol. And it's like, dude,
so dumb.
Nobody dies from drinking too much beer.
No one. I mean, I actually think in general, you're going to see way fewer alcohol deaths in college, in fraternities or not, just because of the rise of seltzer.
You don't think anyone's drinking so much seltzer they're dying?
I don't think so. Maybe hard AFs.
Some hard AFs, yeah.
Certainly not White Claws and ranch waters. And it's too, like, filling. You know what I mean? Like, you will vomit long before you kill yourself with a seltzer.
I don't think I've ever...
take...
yeah. That mic's not on, by the way. Yeah. Okay.
George is talking into a dead mic.
Yeah, you just tell us what you want us to relay the message. It's over.
But yeah, like, because seltzer's a liquor replacer, right? It's not... And to an extent, a beer replacer for people who don't want to drink a
people
bread.
might be spiking their seltzers with liquor, though.
Well, then then they're just drinking liquor. So we're just back to square one.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like seltzer replaces...
Because for sure, like we used to do like loaded Coronas, or especially when the 2 weeks a year during the football season in Florida, where we get under 70 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
You get some of those the apple, the ciders.
Yeah.
And then you would load those with like cinnamon whiskey.
Ugh, fucking foul. Good Lord. Was it like an apple pie drink?
It was an apple pie, yeah.
Barf. I don't even like apple pie, so that sounds terrible on multiple
What's your favorite
levels.
pie?
Pecan.
Pecan is solid. It's better than pumpkin, but I like pumpkin too. But yeah, I'm a child with pies. I like the chocolate turtle.
Yeah, that is absolutely an infant's choice.
Like if you could just go into the freezer aisle and get me a pie.
You just like give me.
You don't even have to cook it. You defrost it.
Yeah, you just like give me just a tiny bit of pastry and then like a layer of chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
Like a thick 2 inches of chocolate pudding.
Love it. But I mean, I'd definitely get down with some fucking pumpkin or pecan. I'm not a big fruit pie guy.
I am not either. Cherry pie's all right. Like a berry pie is okay.
She's my cherry pie.
I do not like apple pie though. or peach cobbler.
You're anti-America.
I know. Yeah.
Maybe I need to give apple pie another chance.
I don't think you
I think
do.
I kind of wrote it off as a child, and I never went back.
It was too fruity. Like it was too like as a child, I needed my desserts to be very much in no way related to a healthy food.
Right, and you have to cover it up with ice cream, and it's
Right.
just like a whole thing.
I didn't like pecan or pumpkin pie as a kid. That's an adult acquisition of taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you don't really like nuts as a child.
No. Not really.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah. I mean, like I'd eat a Payday, I guess, but that's about it.
Why?
Or like a Snickers got peanuts in it.
Yeah.
But you kind of like get the peanuts out of the way to get to
You
the,
spit them out.
yeah, get to the good stuff. Yeah.
The only seeds I would really, or like nuts or seeds I would eat were sunflower seeds as a kid because they're just fun.
Ugh, hate sunflower seeds.
You didn't play baseball.
I did, but I just chewed gum.
Big League Chew.
Yeah, oh yeah. Fuck yeah. That's the funniest product.
Well, then you would evolve into Big League Chew with like Red Man, and you would mix it together.
We call
It was
that a
fun
purple
little-
man.
It was like 8th grade, 9th grade. People would just kind of mix it together. It was fun. I remember during practice, the first time I did dip, I was on the mound, and they're like, all right, see what you got, Dan. You do well in practice. We might give you a few innings in a game.
Mm.
I
You just throw one pitch and vomit.
I didn't vomit, but I just kept beaming my teammates.
Why? Because you were high as fuck off the nicotine?
I was a little lightheaded, yes.
Yeah, yeah. That'll do it.
I couldn't hit the strike zone. I just kept hitting guys.
Like, well, off to left field with you.
Yep.
But anyway, back to this A&M shit. So they're spent for smoking weed. And then the other thing is a bunch of 5-stars are just fucking leaving so much and trying to recruit other people to leave.
Yep, it's a mass exodus. Shouts to BT Bates. He gave me like a whole rundown of like it was like a thread in a Texas A&M forum.
Yeah.
So we have guys like being forced to medically retire. We have guys that are just like straight up leaving, quitting on the team, going to the transfer portal.
Sad. Man, A&M,
Jimbo is a wreck.
my pick for winning it all this year. Speaking of terrible picks, holy shit.
It's big of you to admit.
Jimbo's over.
Jimbo's been over, man.
This is literally just Kevin Sumlin 2.0.
He left Florida State in ruin. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people forget that, but Jimbo's might have made generational wealth because Jameis Winston won him a national championship.
And dude, we say this all the time. There's only like 5 good coaches.
And we used to think Jimbo was one.
Yeah, we did. And he's not. He's clearly not on that list.
Very much not.
And what's fucked up is, as much as I hate to say it, you like basically probably have to, for now, still include Lincoln Riley on that list, and I don't think he's that good.
Yeah, but you include him.
You do.
He wins 10 games
But
a
it's
year.
literally like Saban, Kirby.
Goddamn. Do you have to like put Dabo there?
I think you do still.
I guess, yeah.
They're in the
I don't
playoff right
want
now.
to. I don't like
Yeah.
to, but you have to.
Saban and Kirby are the only 2 I'm safe with, feel safe with. And then it's,
No, there's lower level coaches that I kind of like. Even like a Bill Clark at UAB. Like for his position, he's
that's fine. But
all
we're
right.
talking.
So you're saying elite coaches, not good
there's
coaches.
only like 4 elite coaches out of 100 and however many programs. Even if you just go Power 5 out of what, like 60 programs.
I don't know. Heupel's kind of getting it together right
He's
now.
not there yet, and I'm not gonna fucking say that. Absolutely
If
not.
they make the playoff,
Yeah,
we have to apologize.
fine. No, it depends on how they do in the playoff. Because that's why I'm out on Lincoln Riley. It's because he's never done anything in the playoff.
Yeah,
Blew
but if
one
you
huge
get there-
lead and then
he
got
gets there-
fucked 3 times.
He got there every year.
And lost worse and worse every time. Choked away against Georgia and then just blow out.
I'd rather be at the party than not invited.
I get that, but I'm just saying he's below that elite level. It's like Kirby.
I mean, do we put Mark Stoops up there?
Ugh, no.
If you can get Kentucky
very good.
football,
He's very good.
8-9 wins a year,
Yeah, I get that.
that's elite.
He's very good. It's not elite. He's very good.
All right. I'm still trying. I'm trying to give other people credit.
I'll put Riley in there because he's been to the party.
Anyone in the Big 12?
Man,
Anyone in the Pac-12 other than Lincoln?
I'll go back to the Big 12 for a second and say Gundy's close.
Gundy's. I would put Gundy as an elite coach.
I think so too. He's just been so consistently good there for so long. Like, what else?
And it's Stillwater.
Right. I don't know what you expect out of him. It's
like what he is doing is like peak Oklahoma State.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Lubbock when they had Leach.
Yeah.
Leach is not an elite coach. He used to be. He dabbles with it, right? Like every now and then. Not at Mississippi State, but
no.
He has moments.
He had moments.
At Wazoo.
At Tech, certainly.
At Tech.
I'll throw in Ryan Day and Brian Kelly as well.
Ryan Day. But is that more the program's too big to fall?
Yeah, at this point.
Or fail?
I mean, it's been pretty seamless from Tressel to Urban to Day.
Yeah. What about, is Franklin up there? No.
No.
Harbaugh?
If he makes the playoffs this year, I'll give it to him.
Yikes. That's where we're at. We're putting Harbaugh as an elite college.
If he makes the playoff this year, I'll give it to him.
And he made Stanford relevant.
And honestly, he's I mean, like, I know he's lost a ton to Ohio State, but, like, he probably should have one more win against them. Like, they lost a very close game. The blowouts are the blowouts. That's fine. And I think he could win this year. I don't think that's far from.
There's got to be someone obvious we're missing.
Not that I can think of, but
should we go through the SEC?
It's just, well, Kelly, Saban, Kirby.
Yeah. You want to put your boy Drink up there?
Nah. I think that's it for the SEC, though.
Malzahn, baby. He's elite coach now.
Gus Bus.
Man, he loses some dumbass games.
That's what most coaches do, though, right? And you just need, like, for me and you, for teams we talk about on this show, you just need that coach who's good enough that he can get you an 8-win floor. Because if you have an 8-win floor,
but that's easy in the American.
Yeah, for sure. But in a Power 5 conference, you need to be at an 8-win floor if you're a team like UCF, who is going to be in the Power 5, or Missouri, who is in the Power 5, because that just means you have, 3 or 4 games where all you need is luck.
Yeah.
All you need is good bounces.
But he's like a hot shooter, right? Gus, I think, has the best record against Saban.
Yeah.
Like, he has most success against Saban. So, like, his highs are high, but his lows are very low.
He's he's like a home run hitter who strikes out 200 times a year.
He's what's his name from the Orioles?
Gallo. No, well, Gallo.
Well, back in the day, Chris Davis.
Yeah. He's a Chris Davis, Joey Gallo type of guy.
Fuck.
A Ryan Howard, if you will.
Oh, Ryan Howard's better than that.
Not really.
Ryan Howard was better than that. He struck out a lot, but fuck you. Ryan Howard would hit close to like 280, 290.
Would he?
Chris Davis, there's a year he was just hitting
Ryan
like
Howard
100.
Has a career 258 batting average, which is pretty good for a power hitter.
Oh, really? But like that was probably what kind of years did he have post?
He never hit. I'm sorry, he hit over 300 once. That was probably his MVP season.
That was his MVP season. Yeah.
Did he win MVP in 06?
Where was that rookie of the year? He won rookie of the year MVP.
Well, he was a rookie in 05.
Okay, so 06 was MVP.
Okay, fair enough. Man, he had a lot of home runs.
He did. Till he didn't.
Till he didn't. Poor guy. 382, not bad.
He was St. Louis's own, right?
He was, yeah. Also, only 19 wins above replacement. 382 home runs with 19.
Shut up, you nerd.
It's just that means he did nothing else.
Well, our team was stacked.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't
matter.
J-Roll,
we had Chase.
Not here for baseball. But yeah, I think in general, and
Jason Worth.
A lot of the teams we talk about on this list are the same way. You just need that 8-win floor. You know, Arkansas, Iowa State, all these teams, Iowa.
Oh, yeah. Definitely don't put Matt Campbell up there.
No.
The fact that he gets talked about for NFL jobs is so funny.
I can't believe he didn't take the money when he could have.
Why did you stay in Ames?
Yeah. Let it ride in Ames.
I guess you have ultimate job security in Ames.
Yeah, he's unfireable there, I would think. What else do those people expect?
This is they've never been this good ever?
They are like a top 3 shittiest program in P5 history.
Because even like before Chiswick got to Auburn, I think he was winning like 2 or 3 games at Iowa State.
Oh, he was terrible at Iowa State. It was insane.
Yeah.
Iowa State's bad. Ugh. That's whenever I've rarely been shit talked by an Iowa State fan, but Iowa State and K-State fans talking shit is especially funny because K-State, obviously Bill Snyder pulled them out of the fucking muck, but
I think Kleiman's very good.
yeah.
He's not elite, but I think he's a very good coach.
He's getting there. But let's get into Week 9 picks since we're talking about these teams anyway. First up, we got ECU at BYU.
It's a weird game.
East Carolina, it is a weird game in terms of just scheduling.
Ultimate position where you can sell high on ECU and buy low on BYU. Because BYU they got beaten down by Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
East Carolina beat the shit out of us.
Liberty scored like 41 unanswered. Because BYU, I looked at the score early on the day. I was watching something else. It might have been watching the Vandy game, but I don't remember. And it was, I swear to God, BYU was up like 14-0. And because I remember thinking like, oh.
Did Charlie Brewer come in for Liberty and just like dump it in?
I mean, they scored 41.
I remember I was at a party. I didn't watch the game, but one of the guys I was talking to, Dave, we have this we've just weirdly followed Charlie Brewer his whole career from Baylor to Utah, now to Liberty. And he's like, yeah, I think Charlie Brewer's getting reps today. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Let's go. Good for Charlie. But yeah, I didn't watch. I just score watched and was like, oh, yeah, what the fuck?
You saw it in the corner. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, and then Liberty dropped 41, and I was like, that's funny. BYU's a weird fucking team, man. So East Carolina just kicked the shit out of UCF. What'd you see in that game?
So our red zone top tier defense did not hold it down. I mean, Plumlee threw 3 interceptions. He is what he is.
That'll do it.
He's a great athlete. He's a terrible quarterback.
Were they like deep in your end or anything like that? Midfield, good field position situation.
He can't really hit water falling out of a boat.
Because against K-State, like people, I think K-State's early game against Missouri, a lot of people saw them put up 41 and were like, oh man, maybe Adrian Martinez, K-State, they dumping it in. It's like, no.
They got away from us in the second half.
Yeah.
It just kind of snowballed, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess at some point you got to start slinging it with Plumlee to get back, and then.
Well, no, not if the first half was, I think it was like 16-14 at half or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can double check that, but it was not, it kind of just, the score got away from us big time. But, East Carolina's a weird place, Greenville. It's actually where I would have went to college or if I never went to UCF.
Yeah, that's another place you were looking at. You just really wanted to go to school.
At a party school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I hate that it's East Carolina and it's not on the ocean. I think we talked about this before, but like the East Carolina is on the goddamn ocean. Like it borders the ocean. It drives me insane that this is called East Carolina and it's not like in the easternmost part of Carolina.
Okay, no, it wasn't. It was 17-3 at half. I don't know what the fuck I was on. Yeah, we lost 34-13. So, yeah, no, I don't know. We're not great. East Carolina's not very good either.
Yeah. But is BYU any good? Because getting torched by Liberty.
At home, I'll buy BYU this week. I'll take BYU.
Yeah, so it's a Friday night game. East Carolina's got to travel across the country. BYU is a 3-point favorite. So you got BYU on that?
Mm-hmm.
Over under 62. Any take on that at all?
Kind of like the under there.
It opened at 60.5, so it's been bet up to 62.
I don't know. I could see this being BYU. I'm not going to take the over-under, but I could see BYU like 27-20.
Yeah, this feels like it's not going to be high scoring. Not quite a slop fest, but
yeah, no, I'm going to go with BYU -3. Not really worry about it. I think they cover pretty easily.
Okay. Man, this is a tough one for me. Part of me almost wants to make this a moneyline dog, but I feel like I'm just going to take ECU to cover. And I think this game ends up being more like 24-22 or something like that. Don't like the over-under. Not going to look at that. Next up, we have Arkansas getting 3.5 on the road at Auburn. Over under 61.5.
Also checking the box score right now. Charlie Brewer did not. He got 2 carries.
Sweet.
For 0 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did not throw a single pass. So whatever Dave was on, I don't know.
Yeah, well, shit happens. Arkansas on the road at Auburn, getting 3.5. Auburn has everyone's like, oh man, Auburn sucks this year and all this stuff, but then they keep kind of
being in games.
Yeah, hanging around. Obviously Georgia kicked the shit out of them, but they hung around against Ole Miss. I mean, they only lost by 14 to Ole Miss, and I think it was closer than that, maybe.
They lost to LSU by 4, right?
Yeah, lost to LSU by 4. Penn State killed them. They're given more of a fight than it looks. What's KJ Jefferson's status? Is he good to go?
Yeah, Jefferson's been playing.
Okay, just making sure he's not still hurt or anything.
No, he played at the BYU game.
Yeah.
Where they rolled.
I like Arkansas here. I don't need to buy even the hook or anything.
Yeah, it seems almost too obvious though. Arkansas should roll.
They should,
but it's never that easy. Bro.
What does Vegas know?
That hook. I think Arkansas wins by 3. So I'm going with Auburn.
Okay, not going to just buy the half point. For a push.
No, I'm going to win by a half point.
Okay, fair enough. Next up, we have Georgia Tech, a 24-point dog on the road at Florida State.
I don't think Florida State should give 24 points to anyone.
Anyone? By the way, this game opened at 21.5.
I know Georgia Tech, I think, scored 9 points against Virginia. It's 16-9 or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. They've been better, though, since they fired Collins.
Georgia Tech has.
Yeah.
We said that and then didn't win our Georgia Tech bet. Was that a week or 2 weeks ago? We were like, oh, they've been better. I don't know. And then.
No, it was last week.
It was last week.
But
okay.
I took the under. You took Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Under hit.
Fair enough. But we both said that they've been better under him. And that might have been true, but last week it was not. They were fucking terrible.
I think they turned the ball over a shit ton of times last week. There's a lot of fun. I was watching it at the gym, late night gym sesh.
Yeah.
And I remember just seeing the ball on the ground every time I looked up at the TV.
Yeah. I just don't buy Florida State blowing out anyone. Let me check if they have had any blowouts this year.
They've been better.
Yeah.
Travis has been kind of slinging it.
So played close against Clemson, close against NC State, played Wake Forest close, played Louisville close.
Yeah, they're better.
Blew out Boston College. So they have one blowout. But, I mean, their last 3 games they played were against good teams. Louisville's not good, but they've been feisty. So the one shitty team they played, they fucked up.
Boston College.
And they have another shitty team now.
Do I think Boston College is better than Georgia Tech? I think they're comparable. 24 is a lot of points, though. I'm gonna go with what are the Yellow Jackets?
Yes.
I'll take 24 points.
Okay. I'm going to take Georgia Tech and the over at 47.5. Because I like it.
Okay. You might need Florida State to score most of those points.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I just don't think they're going to win by 24.
I get that.
If, give me 34-17.
Just kind of looking at it right now. Sims only played half the game. I don't know if he got benched because he only had 47 yards, 6 for 11, interception. Kid named Gibson came in for 10 for 25. See if Sims is back, I feel pretty comfortable about covering 24.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Next up, love seeing these guys here. Oklahoma, a 1-point favorite on the road at Iowa State. Now, this is the type of game where a Lincoln Riley Oklahoma team might lose on the road at Iowa State. Spooky Ames type of place.
But does a Venables Oklahoma team lose this?
Right. That's the question. So Oklahoma is a 1-point favorite. They opened as a 2-point favorite.
Ames is spooky.
Ames is spooky.
And it's Halloween weekend. They also can't score.
They can't. They're so bad. And I think Oklahoma covers this easy.
I do too. I'll take Oklahoma.
Yeah, fuck Iowa State. And I'm always happy risking being wrong about spooky Ames because it's still Iowa State.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Any team in Iowa.
Do you ever want to bet on those teams?
No.
Ever.
But they're both on the dock today.
Yeah, well, they always should be, but it is what it is. Next up, we have the UCF Bulls getting 17.5 on the road.
USF.
I said USF, didn't I?
You said UCF Bulls.
USF Bulls. You're just always on my mind. Just always thinking about you.
Mm-hmm.
At Houston, 17.5 point dogs is South Florida. Over under is 61. Interesting situation here because USF is really bad.
Not great, but they pop up every now and again.
Yeah, it's honestly
not to win, but to
cover.
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting. I want to look at their and Houston's because Houston, we all know, has been inconsistent as fuck this year. Let me see what Houston's been doing recently because they have kind of started to pull it together a little bit. I remember us talking about.
Well, it was just a bad matchup for Navy. I think Navy had one of the lowest ranked pass defenses in the country.
Yeah, I mean, one beat Navy by 18, only beat Memphis by 1, but on the road. That Tulane loss no longer looks bad.
Tulane might be in the New Year's Six Bowl.
They really might, which is
and
hilarious.
They should be undefeated. I don't know. They laid a fucking egg against Southern Miss.
Yeah, which is weird because they beat K-State on the road.
Week before.
Man.
And K-State's now ranked above them.
Yeah.
Sick.
South Florida, meanwhile, lost by 2 scores, 14 points to Tulane. They gave Cincinnati a game. They lost by 20 to East Carolina. Lost by a lot more than that to Louisville, but they gave the Gators a game. Very weird. This is a weird one. The over is 61.5. I'm going to take the over.
Does Houston still have a chance to win the conference or no?
Let's check it out.
Check the standings. Because they got to have something to fight for. Because otherwise they'll just kind of pack it in.
They are 2-1 in conference. So, yes.
Okay.
Conceivably, they do.
But
Tulane's 4-0, Cincinnati's 3-0, and UCF and Houston are 2-1.
They're in the same division as Tulane.
I'm not seeing a division layout.
It's East and West.
There's no divisional layout this year. Look, see, ACC, Coastal Atlantic, none for the Big 12 because there isn't divisions. Big 10, Big 10 East, Big 10. I don't think you guys are doing divisions this year.
Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because there's only 11 teams because UConn left.
Maybe, yeah. I don't think they're doing divisions this year.
Huh. Interesting. And also, they're just kind of they're punting on the year. We're leaving.
Basically, they knew they weren't getting a playoff team 2 years in a row, right?
They're adding 6 more teams
to
replace the 3 that leave.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. I'm going with the over. I just don't. Houston is going to score, and I think USF, when they're feisty, they tend to put up 20-ish points.
Yeah. But
so 17.5 is big for me with how inconsistent Houston is, but I like the over.
Which is why I'll take USF in the 17.5.
Okay.
I think Houston wins by 17.
Okay.
So, again, we're going to win by half.
Going for these half points. Look at you. Next up, we have Miami -2 at Virginia. Man, what another tiny.
Miami's an abomination.
What a waste of time. This program.
Van Dyke was supposed to be a fucking Heisman candidate.
Yeah.
Cristobal was going to turn the culture around.
Well, it's his first year.
It's very similar to Manny Diaz, man. Same team, really.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Dude, Miami's just soft, and they've just always been soft.
Except that year they had the turnover chain.
That was a soft-ass team, too. It was like you were just waiting, like you knew. What was their quarterback's name? Shifty little guy?
Shifty little guy?
Yeah, he was like a quick, shifty little dude. Reminded me of Denard Robinson, but I can't remember his name.
Are you talking about the transfer from Houston?
That might have been it, yeah.
It's I'm blanking on his name.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Man, Virginia's bad.
De'Aaron King.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Virginia sucks.
I don't think he was on that team. I think he was the year after. I could be wrong. But yeah, De'Aaron King.
All right, I'll look it up. What are you thinking about this?
I mean, if you can't beat Virginia by 2,
right?
What do we do in Miami?
Yeah, it's not.
I'm gonna take the Hurricanes. Like, they have the athletes. Virginia has nothing.
What? There's nothing there. It's bad. How can you not win by 2 with the people you have? I would be infuriated if that was my team. I'm sorry, I'm looking at quarterbacks here. I do not remember who it was, though. Malik Roster? Who's a redshirt junior?
No.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
What year Miami was that?
2017.
Did you just Google what year did Miami have the turnover chain?
Yes. It was 2017. So you taking Miami to win by 2?
Yeah.
I am as well. I can't in any way endorse Virginia there. It's just fucking weird.
All right. Once I see the name, I can tell you who was the quarterback for that team.
Okay. Next up, Rutgers at Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. It was Malik Rozier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he a shifty little guy?
What do you mean by
he was
shifty?
6'1", so he wasn't I thought he was like a fast, small, quick guy.
Dual threat, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he had 5 rushing touchdowns in 2017. Mm-hmm. And
I think they got fucking their shit pushed in by Wisconsin in the bowl game. Because I remember betting Jared on that Wisconsin-Miami game.
They lost to Wisconsin, but only by 10. They got their shit pushed in by Clemson in the ACC championship game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They just won a shitty coastal division, basically.
And that's the most success they've had since 2001.
Basically, yeah. We got Rutgers at Minnesota next. Rutgers is a 14-point dog. Minnesota kind of coming on, been a little down lately.
Tanner Morgan didn't play. I think he was in protocol last week. They just got beat up at Penn State with a backup quarterback.
Yeah, but I guess it just feels worse because Penn State got wrecked the week before by
Michigan,
and then they come out and absolutely murder people. So, man, Tanner Morgan looks like he's fucking 40.
Maybe that's where I got mixed up. I believe the Michigan-Penn State game, though, at half was 16-14.
Okay.
I remember that score. I remember watching that game, and then it just got away from Penn State real quick.
Real fucking fast. So let's see here. Penn State killed them. They lost to Illinois by double digits, but hey, man, Illinois is legit.
Bert.
So they're on a 3-game losing streak right now, Minnesota is. After looking kind of interesting early on, blowout. They opened the season with 4 blowouts.
It's hard to row the boat against stream.
It really, really is. But I kind of feel like every game they've won by a lot. And Rutgers obviously isn't good.
4-3. Put some respect on Shiano.
I guess. They beat Indiana by a touchdown. They just lost to Nebraska at home
by
2
1.
weeks ago.
By 1.
To Nebraska at home.
By 1.
They lost to Iowa at home. They beat Temple by 2.
Iowa's defense is elite.
They beat BC by 1.
By the way, Iowa finally benched their goddamn quarterback.
There is some statistic that Bill Connolly, who does S&P Plus, put out that literally Iowa, it would have been more advantageous for Iowa
to punt
for every first down.
Yeah, because their punter was their best offensive weapon.
Yeah.
Because sometimes guys would fumble the punts.
So it was literally better for Iowa if their offense didn't exist.
And I think Petrus was far and away the worst quarterback in the country.
Oh, God.
And they asked Iowa, hey.
He killed Kirk Ferentz.
They're they were asking the offensive coordinator, though, hey, what would be the harm in going with another quarterback option. And he just acted. He must hate him because he just kind of blew it off.
That's really funny.
Last game though against Ohio State though, he came in and I think his first play he fumbled the ball. So
it's just he's so bad.
Not good.
I'm taking Minnesota in this game.
-14.
-14. I'm taking Mini.
I believe in Rutgers football. Cover 14.
The original champions.
1869 champions. Yeah.
Yep, the original champions. They were the champions of being champions. They're in first place at being in first place.
Yeah, so put a little respect on Rutgers football.
Okay, I will. You taking Rutgers?
And the 14.
Anything on the over-under at 41?
No, I'm not really feeling over-unders this week.
It's not your thing this week?
I'm not going to pick any this week.
All right, okay. Next up, we have the Big Teniest Big Ten game that ever Big Ten.
Is it our aforementioned Iowa?
Yes, Northwestern at Iowa.
This game sucks.
It's so fucking bad. I mean, this is if you want to see what football looked like in 1869, basically.
Before Teddy
got
the forward pass passed.
This is it. This is fucking it. Northwestern, 11-point dogs on the road at Iowa. Over-under.
Iowa's laying 11.
Yeah, over-under is...
Iowa should lay 11 to no one.
Over-under is 37.5.
Yeah, give me the Cats all day. Give me Northwestern and 11 points.
So this is interesting. I don't base all my picks off this.
And then a 6-point teaser, you can tease them up to 17. I'm not obviously that's not our show, but
right. Here's something interesting about this game that the numbers say. I have just been referencing them. I haven't made my picks based on them, but this is so wild. It's worth saying. S&P Plus has Iowa winning by 18.
Not a prayer.
This is crazy. How could they possibly?
They can't score 18 points.
No.
They're going to win this game, but it'll be 12-3.
Yeah, I'm taking Iowa. I'm sorry, taking Northwestern to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are. I know we've been agreeing a lot this week.
Have we?
Compared to usual. But there's nothing else I can take. And I certainly can't take the over. I guess if you did want to do a teaser, put the over under and tease it up so you can
that's
get
not
under
the show.
43. But yeah, I'm not doing that.
We're not cowards.
Yeah. Next up, we have finally some G5 games here. South Alabama getting 10 at Arkansas State.
Man, the Sun Belt is crazy. The amount of teams that are involved, I believe, in the stand-ins that have a realistic chance to potentially win the conference.
To win the conference?
Yeah.
Okay. This line opened at 11.5 and has shrunk to 10.
Huh. I know South Alabama, I think, just lost a heartbreaker to Troy.
Hey, man, Troy does that sometimes.
But yeah, currently Sunbelt stand-ins. Coastal, top of the conference with Old Dominion. For group, their two divisions are called Group A and Group B, which I love.
Why even bother doing something? You might as well.
So Coastal, Old Dominion, James Madison. App State's in the mix, Georgia Southern. That's all on the same side of the fucking conference. Then Troy is 4-1 in conference. Looks like they're probably going to win Group B. But South Alabama's there 2-1. But again, I believe they just lost to Troy. Yeah, 10-6 last Thursday.
Yeah.
Barn burner.
Tough. They beat up Louisiana Monroe pretty good. I mean, I guess they only beat them by 7.
They gave UCLA a game.
They did.
They should have beat UCLA.
They should have. They beat Louisiana. Louisiana Monroe, Louisiana Tech.
Arkansas State currently last in conference at 1-4.
But they've been not losing by a lot, I feel like. Right? Okay.
Yeah,
no,
lost to Louisiana by 20.
By 20. Southern Miss only beat them by 1. James Madison beat them up.
22.
Okay, no, they've been losing by a lot. I think I'm just taking South Alabama.
Old Dominion only beat them by 3. Top of the conference.
Yeah.
Now, this game...
I love that. One thing I love about this, too, is South Alabama opened at 11.5, and people are betting Arkansas State. So I like that I just bought a free 1.5.
Give me the home Wolves.
Okay.
Take my Red Wolves, my team that I always try to win a national championship with and NCAA
The
football.
worst fucking stadium I've ever watched a game in.
You
from
went to
tele-
Arkansas State?
No, from television. Like the worst stadium I've ever had to watch a TV broadcast from.
Because they're using toasters to broadcast.
I mean, it was not. It's like they never expected cameras to be there. The angles were so bad.
That's always the best. And like the two announcers that they found off the streets have like a webcam.
Dude, pretty much. It was a brutal production.
And these are on ESPN. How is ESPN has enough money to make every game look okay?
Do they? Because they
I
keep
would
saying they're
think.
losing money every single year.
They're just cutting budgets left and right.
I guess. At this
Why
point,
even cover these games then?
I know.
Just don't even send a cameraman there.
Let Flow Sports do it. You know what I mean?
I guess. Yeah.
Like, let somebody else do it. It is what it is, though.
Yep.
Next up, we have a fun one in the American Conference. SMU -2.5 at Tulsa. Over under 64.
I'll take Tulsa.
Tulsa straight up.
I think a lot of people are going to be on SMU after last week, given Cincinnati game. Not really, but they kind of backdoored in the fourth quarter. Mordecai, he's pretty solid, but no. Nah. I'm not feeling SMU this week. I'm feeling a Tulsa. Tulsa's dog, right? At home?
Mm-hmm. Home dog.
2.5. I'll take the money line as well.
Is this your money line dog?
Money line dog.
All right. Look at you.
Brave of me.
Yeah. This over-under is interesting at, 68, or it moved down? 64.5. Dude, it opened at 68. It's 64.5 now that it dropped
There's
down.
just hammering the under.
I fucking guess, man. Tulsa can score, and so can SMU.
Can Tulsa score?
They can, and they have no defense.
Sometimes. When they want to.
see
What's your brother's take on Tulsa this year?
That they can score and have no defense. I spent a whole weekend around Tulsa alumni. I listened to quite a bit of
This was
very
weeks ago,
firsthand.
Just Tulsa accounts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, dude, Navy dropped 51 on Tulsa. Cincy, who's not a big scoring team, dropped 31. Ole Miss 35. They should have put up more, if anything.
Yeah.
Northern Illinois 35. I know it was OT, but Wyoming dropped 40.
Yeah. Davis Brent's thrown for 2,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Not bad. QBR 57 though. Not great.
I just don't see how this over doesn't hit.
All right. Well,
Taking the over.
Like I said, I'm not touching over unders this week.
Okay, I'm taking the over. But so what's Tulsa done recently? They beat Temple, fine. They got killed by Navy. Lost to Cincy. Lost to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter.
They haven't beaten a single decent team this year.
They ain't beat anybody with a pulse until now. Tulsa money line. Tulsa plus 2.5.
I feel good about SMU as well. I'm going over and SMU.
And I feel good about disagreeing with you.
Next up, Coastal Carolina at Marshall.
Marshall just beat the shit out of JMU.
That's wild, right?
They're weird this year, man.
Beating Notre Dame.
They've beaten Notre Dame and JMU, and then I don't think they've beaten like a Division I team or like other than those two teams.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Old Dominion killed Coastal.
Yeah.
Coastal beat Louisiana Monroe, beat Georgia Southern. They've been winning, but they don't have any
super impressive.
Yeah.
You have a steady hand in McCall at quarterback. They run kind of like this weird. It's a funky offense.
Yeah.
Like a variation of like a more pass heavy triple option.
That is very weird. I haven't watched them a lot. That would explain a lot about Notre Dame though, and why Notre Dame was couldn't fucking stop them.
No, Coastal.
Oh, Coastal. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Marshall. I was looking at Marshall for a second, accidentally. Marshall's weird, like you said. Coastal's my money line dog here.
All right.
I'm taking Coastal and the Coastal money line.
Were their dogs by how much?
2.5.
Yeah, I'll take Coastal and 2.5.
Okay. Love it.
You know what? I'll take the money line too. Fuck it. I need to catch up on this money line.
That just means you're canceling out mine. It's all right. I got more. I got more.
Do you?
I'll do another one too.
Bet.
Because it's this next one. Baylor plus 2.5 at Texas Tech.
Ooh, at Tech.
Yeah, I know. That's risky. That's fucking risky.
Baylor looked good. They beat the shit out of Kansas. Kansas. It's gonna be funny when Kansas doesn't make a bowl game.
It's gonna be porn. It's gonna be my porn. I'm just gonna be in Reddit. I'm gonna be on their message boards and be looking at the Twitter accounts I hate.
Right.
Yeah. I like Baylor and Baylor money line here. I know. Tech, Lubbock, spooky, but it can't be spooky every week, right?
No. But it's Halloween weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the Red Raiders.
Okay. Tech
covers.
Fair
I
enough.
don't buy Baylor. Baylor fucking blows.
Baylor doesn't blow. I love Aranda.
Although is their quarterback back?
Who? Baylor's?
Baylor, yeah.
Let's see.
Or are they still going with?
You talking about Blake Shapen?
Yeah, Shapen playing.
Let's see what the news on him is.
Because I don't know. I imagine he probably played against Kansas. He got hurt against
He did
West
play
Virginia.
against Kansas, yeah. 17 and 26, 164
don't care.
yards.
Tech's beating him.
So either way, it's fine. All right, good. I'm glad we disagree. Next up, we got UAB -5 at FAU. You're a big UAB guy.
I like fading them.
You like fading them
Which
now?
is what I'm doing today. FAU plus 5.
Okay. Now, are you taking them as a money line dog?
No.
FAU. All right, I'm taking UAB on that.
UAB by 3.
Okay. I say UAB by like 10. Fuck FAU.
Fuck Taggart.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, Taggart is terrible, so.
Yeah, that guy got a lot of success. Or he failed upwards
Yeah.
quite a bit.
It's fine.
Until he didn't.
Next up, we have a game at the beginning of the year that would have been interesting. Defense versus offense, but now is just kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
San Diego State plus 8.5 on the road at Fresno. Over-under is 40.5.
Is Hainer back yet? I'm going to look. Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
San Diego State has been quite bad this year.
Yeah, no.
So much so that I think I lost on my first bet of the year with them.
Here's actually an article. It says, will Fresno State quarterback Jake Hainer play on Saturday?
And
the answer is...
maybe.
We ask about a status every week, and I got to hit read more.
Yeah, exactly. So San Diego State barely beat Hawaii, got blown out by Boise State, barely beat Toledo, got killed by Utah, but that's fine, and then got killed by Arizona to open the year. I mean, Fresno State, though, without...
Potentially he could come back, but they're not confirming it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Fun.
So Fresno State, I mean, they blew out New Mexico this last week, which, whatever. Beat San Jose State. It's good. But they also got blown out by Boise. I don't know if Boise just getting their feet.
Boise's starting to get back.
Yeah.
They just beat Air Force.
I mean, I don't trust Fresno to cover.
8 points?
Yeah. It's 8.5.
Yeah, if Hainer's playing though, I'll take the chance. I'll minus 8.5 is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. San Diego State's real bad this year.
They're real bad. I mean, I think they're 4-3, but they're not good.
No. They have really nothing going for them.
And then last game, Nevada getting 24.5 on the road at San Diego State.
No, San Jose State.
Or San Jose State.
Who has kicked shit out of some teams like UNLV, who has an offense. Yes. Nevada does not.
They're 4-2. Their game was postponed last week.
Love that. For what, like a fire?
Who knows, man? It was at New Mexico State, so I don't think that's a fire.
No.
That would be maybe like lightning, I guess.
What are those sandstorms in Arizona and New Mexico? Haboobs.
Yeah. Maybe it was a haboob. San Jose State, yeah, you're right. They got some blowouts this year. They blew out Wyoming.
Yeah.
Blew out Western Michigan. Blew out UNLV.
And then they have just really dumb losses like Fresno.
Yeah. Fresno. And then the only loss is Auburn.
That was a close game, too.
Close game. And
at
Auburn. You don't, even though Auburn's very down this year, you don't necessarily expect
Jordan Hare. You got to go into that whole environment.
Yeah. But, man, 24.5. Do I like that?
No, but Nevada can't score. Nevada's terrible this year.
Yeah, Nevada. Oh, they lost to Colorado State.
Mm-hmm.
Nevada has basically.
They're like a top.
Oh my God, they lost to Incarnate Word.
They're like a bottom 4 or 5 team in the country.
Yeah, whatever. Give me San Jose State here.
That's that. Give me Nevada. 24 is too much.
All right.
24.5.
That is all we got for this week. Dan will post the picks to.
Yeah, hopefully the ride to 55 to 60% still going strong with the ATS.
Okay.
For me. You just want to get back to 500.
That's all I need. Just try to eke out a win here.
You need to have a week where you just go like
bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. This is probably the week.
4.
This is probably the week.
I guess there's 12 and 3.
Yeah. This is the week.
All right. Do you have a bonus game that you want to pick?
Yeah.
There's really not that many games this week that are unranked. It's weird. It's kind of going through. It's hard to pick.
Yeah, a lot of ranked teams playing unranked. Like we said, we can't even do our own schools because they're playing ranked teams this week.
I'm gonna go back to the well. What is Rice against Charlotte this week? On my bookie right now.
Fuck. Let me check.
Don't have my computer right now, so
yeah, I have the opening line, but I
now.
don't have. So let me look and find.
Just go on my bookie.
I am. But the spreadsheet I had only had opening lines. Rice is a 16.5-point favorite at home against Charlotte.
Oof. Charlotte's bad, but Charlotte's not that bad. Give me Charlotte in 16.5.
Okay. Charlotte plus 16.5.
Yep.
Okay, get that. Locked that in. Let me look around here.
It's hard. Slim pickings.
Hold on. Here's an interesting one.
What's that?
ODU's a dog at Georgia State.
Yeah, Georgia State keeps getting respect that they don't deserve.
I'm Old Dominion right now is a 3.5-point dog at Georgia State. Give me Old Dominion.
Kind of want to take Georgia State now because the line doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But no, I'll stick with Charlotte.
Okay. There you go. That's what we got for this week. Dan will post the shit on the pics on Instagram and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we got. Sorry your team sucks.
Hopefully we don't see you next week.
Yeah.